Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to take a look at the Simu Shift, that's S-I-M-U Shift, SKRS replacement knob. It's called the Knob 18. It is an upgrade for your gear shift H-pattern shifter that turns it into an Eaton Fuller style gear shift for a semi-truck. So we are going to take a look at that today, and you can see here, this is the product. It goes from here up to here, and it fits on your already existing H-pattern shifter. It must be a 6-speed shifter at least, because the Eaton Fuller has 6 positions, including a reverse and low gear, and then gears 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'll teach you how that all works during the video. My goal is to 1, show you how to set this up, 2, show you how to set it up in American Truck Simulator, and then 3, I'm also going to give you a tutorial on how to use it with the 10, 13, and 18 speed transmissions in American Truck Simulator. This knob also works for Euro Truck Simulator, but we are not going to be doing that. The setup is exactly the same, so if you're using Euro Truck Simulator, you can, adjust it to your liking, but it also will work the way that we're setting it up. So before we start, I want to make it clear, I am not the person that sells these. I am not affiliated with the company that makes or sells these products, and am not a support solution. I will do my best to help you if you have questions, but if you have support issues or questions on how to use this device, you need to contact the company that you bought it from or the person you bought it from, because I don't know, like, if the buttons break or something, how to get that fixed. That's not me. I'm just reviewing the product. I bought it myself and wanted to share it with you. So let's now go ahead and get started. When you get the product, you will see this box. And this is the box that it comes in. It's shipped within a package in there. I bought mine off of eBay. I will put the link for this sale at the end of the video. You can also purchase it through Amazon, same exact product. The reason why I went for eBay is because I use PayPal, and Amazon doesn't accept PayPal. So this is why I ended up going with this, going the eBay route. But it's the same exact packaging. So let's go ahead and get this out of here. The AplusB shifter is this portion once again here. So this is the top of the knob, and this is the bottom. It does make your gear shifter way higher than it was when you first got it. The original knob is about this high. And to get this device installed, all you have to do is unscrew the original knob. The same holds true for the G29 shifter. There's the Logitech G-Force shifter. That is also a 6-speed shifter. You can take the knob off, and you just set this down on top, and there's 2 Allen screws. You can see one here, and there's one on the front, and you just tighten those up. Now, they do not give you the wrench, so you're going to have to get a wrench. Let me get the spec on that. I have my Husky. This is the metric set, and it is a 3mm hex screw to tighten these bolts. You'll need to provide that yourself. It does not come with those. Once you have it seated on the top and nice and straightforward, you just tighten those 2 down, and it holds it on there nice and tight so that you have no issues with this thing slipping off. And then the last thing you do is that it comes with a USB cord. You're going to connect this to an open USB port on your computer. So, it does not plug into the actual shifter. It needs to go to your computer directly and plug in there. So the knob itself is very well constructed. The buttons seem to be very good quality, or switches really. They're switches. This one's a little bit tight. Like pressing it down, it gets a little tight, but whatever. I mean, that's these are probably 3D printed devices. So the front selector is your range selector. This puts you in low or high range for the gears, because as you shift the truck, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you shift this, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. When you have an 18 speed or a 13 speed, then you also have low and high gears, and I'll teach you how to do all that as we get into the video. But for right now, I just want you to see this is the low and high gear selector, and I'll show you how that works too. This is the only thing that's not realistic on this controller, because on a real American truck, and I don't know if the European trucks are any different, but in the American trucks, this is actually a side-to-side knob. So if you're a truck driver from the United States and you're buying this to practice with at home, or you just love driving trucks so much that you play the game, and I do actually have several friends that drive trucks and play this game also because they love trucking and they just want to play. This will probably drive you crazy because it's the wrong way. For me, as a non-truck driver, it does not bother me at all, but this is the low position. This is the high position. Once again, for the range splitter, low, high. And we'll go over how to use that once we get going. Once again, I just want to make sure that you understand you have to have a 6-speed H shifter. If you have a 4-speed H shifter or a 5-speed H shifter, this probably won't work for you, because the way that an Eaton Fuller transmission starts or works, I'm going to do this with my hand so you can see it. This is going to be reverse and high and low. This will be your low gear setting. Then you've got your 4 main gears. And on the Thrustmaster, I don't use these two. The Thrustmaster is actually an 8-speed shifter. The Logitech will be a 6-speed like this. So once again, you got reverse, low, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's how an Eaton Fuller transmission works. So now that I've showed you how to set it up hardware-wise, let's go into the software and take a look at how to set this up so that it's working properly for American Truck Simulator. And once again, this also applies to Euro Truck Simulator. Here we go. Okay, so we are now in American Truck Simulator, and I'm going to go ahead and show you. Once again, this works for ETS2 also. You're going to go into Options, and right now I have a 13-speed gearbox in this truck, so I'm going to show you how to set it up for that. But we'll do the 10 and the 18 also. But here are the controls, and you're going to go to Controls. Boop. The first thing you need to do is to select Arduino Micro from your drop-down list. It'll be listed as one of the controllers once you've plugged it in. If you have Windows 7, I'm sorry. I'm doing this on Windows 10. This device is fully supported in Windows 10. It may not be supported in older versions of Windows, except for without software. So you'll have to go to the manufacturer's website or the place you bought it from. I know the eBay sale that I had purchased this from had the link in the description. So you can, if you need software to make this run, like a driver for USB, it's available there. But for Windows 10 users, it just works. So we're going to do a transmission. You're going to pick H shifter from the drop-down box. You're going to turn off the adaptive automatic transmission because we're obviously using a manual transmission. Those are the two settings up here that you need to worry about. And then you're going to go ahead and slide down towards the bottom. And you're going to pick your shifter layout. If you're driving a 10-speed, you're going to pick Eaton Fuller 10-speed. If you're doing a 13-speed, you're going to do an Eaton Fuller 13-speed, which is what we're doing right now. If you're driving an 18-speed, you're going to do an Eaton Fuller 18-speed. I'm going to select 13 because that's what I'm driving right now. But you can change that in the menu. If you get an 18-speed, you can change that. I have the shifter layout behavior set to advanced. I have no idea what this does. Simple and warning sounds. I just have it set to advanced so it's more realistic. And then the shifter fast split, advanced only, is throttle release. What does that mean? Well, you can set this to never, clutch press, throttle release, clutch or throttle. Okay, so let me explain this a little bit. Let's say I'm riding along and I go from 4th gear into my high range gear, which is 5 low. Okay, that's the first gear. And then I want to go to 5 high. I click this button, and if I let go of the gas, the truck will automatically shift to 5 high. And then I press the gas again. I don't have to clutch. I don't have to move the stick out and push it back in. So the transition from 5 low to 5 high, or any low to any high, is done by clicking this shifter and then taking your foot off the gas. And as you use this, you'll notice that the gears, like 5 low and 5 high, are really close together in RPMs. There's just a slight difference, and it's for getting you up those hills. So let's say you're in 8th gear and you're rolling up a really steep hill, and all of a sudden you need to, you start slowing down because you're rolling, you start losing, speed because you're going uphill. Just snap that down and then take your foot off the gas and press again really quick, like snap, boom. And the truck will automatically jump down to the low gear setting for 8. This is how modern trucks really work. So that's why I have that setting set. Now, if you have an older truck, you might have to press the clutch. I don't know a lot about the older vintage trucks. I would imagine maybe they did have to press the clutch to get it to happen. But in the modern Peterbilts, in the modern Kenworths with their Eaton Fuller transmissions, the way that the shifter works is from low to high. You don't have to use the actually, no, truckers don't use clutches anyway, but for the game's sake, you don't have to use the clutch. You just take your foot off the gas and put it back on, and it'll shift. And I'll show you this in action as we go out. And then you have to, of course, set all your shifter positions. And the last thing that you're going to need to do is the shifter toggle 1 You're going to click on that, and you're going to toggle this switch until it detects it. You might have to do it like twice for it to detect it. Then you're going to have to do shifter toggle 2, and that's going to be this shifter. You see, click it, and it's going to say, you know, assign a device, and you're going to click this back and forth until you get detected. So once again, this one this is shifter 1, shifter toggle 1. This is shifter toggle 2, and you just click them until it detects it. And then the last thing you're going to do is you're going to have this to switch mode, okay? That way, when it's switched, it doesn't see this as a button press. It sees it as an actual switch, and that's what you want. And so put that on switch mode, and voila, you're all set up and ready to go and drive your Eaton Fuller. So let's go ahead and take a look at how to drive the 10-speed, and then the 13 and the 18. Here we have the 10-speed transmission. It is very different than the 13 and the 18. You don't use this button on the side at all. So you have reverse, and then if this goes down, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Click this up, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So let's go ahead and run through this and take a short trip. So this is a very simple, straightforward gearbox. There's only one switch in it. It makes it a little bit easier to kind of get used to. And so let's go ahead. Sorry, my daughter's in the background making noise, even though I've asked her to be quiet. You guys know I have 5 kids at home, 6 kids altogether. I am a single dad, so things get a little bit crazy around here sometimes. I apologize for background noise, but my kids sometimes just can't shut up. What's up, Soup? So there's gear 5, and then we're going to click this up for gear 6, and that's back down to the first gear position. And now we're going to stop, and we'll do that run through one more time. We should, going down this road, be able to get up to full speed. We may be breaking some laws, but that's recording, right? The red light's on, Soup? All right. Here we go. So first gear. So there is no low gear in this truck. It's just first. One of the things that I like about the 10-speed transmission is that you do have to shift a lot less. Each gear is longer, so you do end up going through most of the gears as you're accelerating. You don't really skip gears. So you can see between 4 and 5, it's a pretty short skip. So here we go. I'm gonna get up to speed. I'll try to turn my headlights on since it's night. Or early morning. So 7, 8, 'Come on, baby. We'll pretend like we're going faster. There's 9. And there's 10. And I don't mind the 10-speed gearbox. Once again, it does kind of eliminate the point of having this extra button on the side. But, you know, it is pretty easy to shift. You only need the front shifter for this. So I'm not drifting. I'm passing. Oh, look, no red light violation. What? Now I'll get one because I'm in the right lane. No, I didn't. No cop, no stop. All right, so we've got 10 speed going there. So that gives you an idea. So once again, it's, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then shift that. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hopefully that helped you guys see that. All right, so let's go ahead and load the 13-speed transmission, and we'll go from there. So with the 13-speed, we have reverse low. And if you click this, it goes to reverse high, but you have to actually pull it out. It doesn't just it doesn't automatically do it because it's a range split. So there we go. So once again, this is your range splitter, and this is your low and high gear. So we have low, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we're going to click this up and make sure that's down, and we're going to go to 5 high, or 5 low, 5 high. Put that back down for 6 low, 6 high, 7 low, 7 high, 8 low, and 8 high. And I want to show this to you. Okay, so if I'm in 5 low and I'm accelerating, yeah, I know the parking brake's engaged. You'll notice even if I click this switch, nothing happens. As soon as I take my foot off the gas, though, and I have this in the up position, oh, look, now it went to 5 high. If I click it back down, doesn't happen until I let go of the accelerator. That was the setting that we set, remember, at the beginning of the video? So taking your foot off the gas allows it to go between low and high. That's how that works. So let's go ahead and take a quick trip with this gearbox. So we have 1, Now, with the 13 speeds, you get a little longer, you get a little shorter gearing, so you might actually be able to skip some gears if you're not too heavy. Though in this case, this is a fairly heavy truck, so I'm going to probably be going through all the gears, but I have to stop here because there's traffic. Get back into first. We're in low. And let's go ahead and pull out. I use the 13 speed in this truck as my game truck. I prefer the 13 versus the 18 because the 18 just gets pretty complicated, but unnecessarily for the game anyway. However, the 18 is really good in the hills, so now we're going to go to 5 low. You can notice I've got my foot off the clutch, my foot's on the accelerator. I click it to high, nothing happens. Then I let my foot off the accelerator and it goes to 5 high. There we go. So you can see how that works. And we're coming up to a stop, so my foot goes on the clutch. I shift this back down, and also that. And we got a green light, so we're going to go back up to 5. We can keep it in 5 high, because we're going to keep the speed rolling. I thought I was going to hit the stop, but... Alright, shift it back down, 6 low. Click it, 6 high. And now we're going to go into 7 low. Usually, as you're accelerating on a normal straight path rather than downhill, you do need to go through 6, 7 low, and 7 high, and 8 low and 8 high. And we're going to bust the speed limit. I'll probably get a ticket, but I just want you to see the acceleration pattern. So now we're in 8 low. Going up the hill. I can't get any faster. And then I switched it to 8 high for when I'm ready. And now I'm ready, and I'm going to be in 8 high. So, you ask, Arthur, how is that 13 speeds? Well, I'll show you. We're going to come to a stop here, and we're just going to go through the gears. I know it's in the middle of the road, but we have 1 speed, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 and 13. So that's our 13 speeds. Okay, let's go ahead and check out the 18-speed transmission. All right, so as we're going to get ready to do the 18-speed, don't forget to set your... If you buy an 18-speed transmission, change this to Eaton Fuller 18 so that the game follows the correct pattern. And I haven't done the 18-speed yet, so we're going to do some real quick figuring here. I think we've got low 1 and low high, yep. And then you should also have 2 low and 2 high. So we have 4 reverse gears. That's pretty cool. You have to, in order to get that from 1 to 2, though, you have to pull the stick back out. So we got low and high, and then we push this up, and we've got 2 low and 2 high. It's too low. We have low, low, and low high, and I don't think we have any more there. Yeah, if it's up, it's done. So we have basically crawler gears, low, low, and low high. Then we have 1 low, 1 high, 2 low, 2 high, 3 low, 3 high, 4 low, 4 high, 5 low, 5 high. You saw me switch that up. 6 low, 6 high, 7 low, 7 high, and 8 low, 8 high for 18 speeds. So once again, we'll count the speeds off before we roll out. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Click that up. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 and 18. Now, you're going to probably do a lot of gear skipping because you don't really need 18 speeds. They help you get through the power band, but you don't really need them all the time. So let's go ahead and roll this bad boy out, and off we go. So we're in 1 low, and we're going to go to 4 low, and we'll go to 3 low. Look here, looks clear. Get out before that guy gets here. 4 low, 4 high. Getting ready for 5 low, 5 low. And we're getting back to our infamous light of well, this is good though because it gets us to slow down and get everything back where it belongs. So we're going to slow down here. So when would you use those low gears? We need to get back up into 5 again. Same thing happened as last time. Probably if you're getting up a real steep hill and you're coming from a stop, or if you have a super heavy load, you'd be using all those gears. 5 high, 6 low, 6 high, foot off the gas to do that. You can see how nice it is to just do that because it's a real quick switch. 7 low. Get that ready for 7 high. 7 high. Clutch. 8 low. And we're going to cruise for a little while. We're going to go 8 high. And we're just going to cruise along at 1,000 RPM. And we're in 8 high. So that's it. That's how you get through the 18-speed gearbox. Pretty simple, but once again, if you just have extra gears at the beginning, if you need them, you don't have to use them. You can kind of run it the same as the 10-speed, but you have that option for the low and high gears if you need them down in that low power band. Let's say you're pulling, a super heavy load, and you've got one of the, really long, like excavators or like a, some kind of, any of the heavy haul loads. So I just thought I'd take you through it one more time. We're going to go through all the gears this time, so we're going to go from low, low. Let's pretend like we have a super heavy haul. We're going to go low, 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 high, and then 1 low. Oops, 1 high. Don't want to pull that out yet. 2 low, 2 high, 3 low. Why am I off the road? 3 high, 4 low, 4 high, 5 low, 5 high. Now we're getting some speed going. 6 low, 6 high. There's a lot of gears to go through. 7 low. These take longer because they're longer gears as you get up in the higher gearbox. Ticket. 8, 7 high. I'm busting the law. Get out of my way. Runaway truck. Oops. 8 low, miss shift. And 8 high. So the nice thing about the 18-speed gearbox, once again, is it gives you a lot of flexibility as far as like pulling heavy loads, getting up hills, that kind of stuff. You really can pop back and forth between gears really easily. And it does give you more flexibility, but I don't necessarily like it because it's super complicated, and I don't ever use the low-range splitters. I almost only ever use 1, 2, 3, and 4. But I guess if you're pulling a super heavy load, it would help. So, but it really ends up being almost exactly identical to the 10-speed. It's just that you can split those lower gears, the 1 low and 1 high, instead of just having 1 and then 2 low and 2 high. That's the only difference between the 18 and the 10, or the 13, I mean. Sorry, not the 10, the 13. But I would, at least have a 13-speed transmission in this game just because it helps you to get up and down hills. The 10 is nice, though, because of the simplicity. So, all right, so here we have the eBay sale. I'm going to post this link, but he did sell out. I do believe that this is the guy that sells it, though, for them because he's got 32 sold. And it's Artur, which is funny because my name's Arthur. Gaulos, 1961. So you can see right there, there's the information. But I'm going to post this in the description so you guys can have that and come here and take a look and ask him. You can email him or whatever and ask him if he's going to get more in. If we go on Amazon, there's also still 2 available from $106. That brings up the question, is this worth it? Now, I'm a person that plays either American Truck Sim or Euro Truck Sim all the time. I play all the time. At least 3 times a week I play that. I play it at night. I like to listen to Bible study and play, the truck sim while I listen. So for me, it was worth it. I do play the truck sim. Like I said, I've got probably 200 or 300 hours in ETS2 and a couple hundred hours in American Truck Simulator. I just play all the time. So it is worth the $100 to me. You have to decide whether or not it's worth it to you. If you play the truck game all the time and you love Truck Simulator like I do, this is definitely a worthwhile purchase. Will it work with other games? Yeah, there's some bus games it works with. It says it works with Farm Simulator. I'm not sure what you'd use it for in Farming Simulator since they don't have stick shifts yet in Farm Simulator, but maybe you could use the buttons as maybe like putting the
cultivator up and down. Anyway, there are other purposes for it, but really it is purpose designed for Truck Simulator, for American Truck Simulator, and kind of Euro Truck, though definitely more American Truck, because American Truck Simulator has the 13 and 18 speed trucks, whereas Euro Truck Simulator has 12 speed trucks. So you'd only be using the range splitter button. You would not be using the high-low button. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think. Like I said, I haven't used it with ETS2 yet, but I'll be trying that out too. But definitely a plus for American Truck Simulator, and it can be used in Euro Truck Simulator 2 also. So I feel like it was worth it for me. Is it worth it for you? Man, you got to make that decision yourself. But that's my opinion on it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help. We have a great American Truck Simulator series going, and we're going to be checking out Oregon later this week. We also stream on Twitch. That's going to be VBlue Victor. I'll show you my license plate so you can see it. Victor Bravo Lima Uniform, and then the word guitar, all one word. VBlue Guitar. That is my Twitch username. Have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the roads of America. Bye.